Welcome back to another review of Life with Chessis for General Hospital, August 7th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Hold on. Let me turn this off right fast. Right. Okay, so I made sure I took it off. Okay, so first things first, like I said, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. So, I'm gonna give y'all a quick summary and then we're gonna dive into the review. I said, okay, at what point does Drew go down? Now, the secret about Nina and him done came out about doggone time. Hold on. I said secret about Nina and Drew came out. We've been waiting on that. I said, but now it's time for him to pay. So he on today's episode, first of all, he threatened Sewell. I was like, do you even know what he's capable of? What's wrong with these people? Y'all know, I was just telling y'all that. I said, they always want to threaten crazy people. Let me make sure it turned up. I said, they always want to sit up here and threaten crazy people and stuff. Tell my son he want what he has on Sunny or whatever. I'm assuming he want to use that. I said, but what they got to do with Michael, though? He could be like, I don't care. You just going to have to take Sunny down or something like that. But I was like, hold on. Do y'all think that Sewell is going to tell Drew what he told Marco the other day about, the judge receiving a lump sum of money and it's about Sunny? He going to make it seem like it's Sunny or whatever. Do y'all think that's what he going to do? Let me know down below. But yeah, I said, at what point does he pay for everything that he did and been doing? He's still running around doing the same thing. It's like he's learned nothing. It's definitely like he's learned nothing. He want information on Sonny. He even mentioned to Martin about information on Michael as well. He wants to get Willow keys back because he thinks they're going to score him Willow back, score him some points or whatever. Excuse me. Lord. Let's see. Alexis ends up talking to him. She wants to take Scout to New York, but he ends up declining. And I said, he ain't thought about that girl this entire time. His focus has been on Willow. It ain't even been on Willow and the kids. It's been on Willow. But yeah, but over here trying to block somebody. Christina and Alexis end up talking about Christina's plan. She says she thinks that her plan may be working. Rick had a meeting with Martin, and he trying to cut ties with Ava, and he don't want her to know. He does not want her to know until the very last minute. But my thing, though, is because he said he want to do it the legal way. How do you do it the legal way? Because do they have any other business aside from what we know of about the money and stuff? Because I'm like, how are you going to do it the legal way when y'all got the money illegally? I was like, what the world going on? Hold on. I said, maybe they got different business. Because I'm like, how are you going to do it the legal way if that ain't even your money? Y'all done stole that money. Y'all done stole this doggone money. But yeah, what else? Let me see. Cody and Ava end up kissing. And I got a question. Did Stella end up signing or having Elizabeth sign them documents for Martin? Because Martin had got to the Metro Court. He was talking to Drew. He was saying something about one signature or something about a signature. She just had Elizabeth sign some document, but she said it was for a patient. I said, I know she didn't. I said, it's like they learned nothing. You should have talked to your, she Curtis auntie, right? What they make Portia? Her niece-in-law or something like that. Either way it go, you should have talked to her. She over here doing the same stupid stuff you doing. I said, no. I know she didn't just have this lady put her name on these documents. Because y'all know, well, y'all probably don't know. I ain't gonna say y'all know because we don't know yet. They seem like they setting up a storyline for Stella, Martin, the whole insurance thing. That's why Drew made a face the other day or whatever. But I said, I know she didn't sit up here and put herself in that situation. I said, oh my freaking goodness. Drew probably gonna find it out as well. But yeah, let me see. To finish the summary, Emma was talking to Gio about breaking into the lab. Anna intervened, but now Emma's saying she's ready to do it tonight. I forgot something about Trina. We're just gonna talk about it in the review, y'all. Brooklyn and Sunny talk about what she did in regards to Rocco. Laura asked Jordan if Sewell could be onto her, and I said possibly. I feel like he should have known what she was up to from the jump. How she go from hanging out with Isaiah to suddenly she not no more, and then just quitting like that in regards to Laura. Because she was talking to Laura on today's episode, and they was trying to figure out why he hasn't confided in her about anything he got going on, why she hasn't seen him do anything illegal or whatever. I said, because he probably know. He probably setting you up just to sit up here and, what they call it? Propaganda or something like that? I don't know what it's called, y'all. Hold on. And the last thing in the summary is that Anna has to get rid of Outback because she got caught. The Mabel lady caught her. But wasn't somebody else named Mabel? Wasn't somebody else named Mabel too? I don't know, y'all. Or is that the same lady? But okay, so now we're finna do the review. So first of all, Alexis was talking to Christina. She ends up telling her how her plan seems like it's working. Ava and Rick are turning on each other. I said it definitely is. They definitely are turning on each other. On one hand, Ava over here is talking about to get one more payment and then, I turn over everything. And you got Rick over here meeting up with a lawyer. He meeting up with a lawyer and I'm like, he trying to get all the money, ain't he? I said, is he trying to get all the money? I don't know. But yeah, Rika was gathering documents for Willow's case. Elizabeth was helping him. And she told him how she likes that he's taking the case pro bono. I said, see, people never learn. You got an opportunity right here to win her back. But you lying still. You lying still. Hold on. I said, she right here. She right here. And you still lying to her. I'm over Drew and his BS. Drew needs to understand Willow lost her children because of the bad decision that she made. Exactly. And then the fact that he know what she did, and now Michael knows. But yeah, I think the whole judge being paid off is about to come to the light, y'all. Now I don't know if they're gonna try to spin it like Sonny did or not, based on the whole Silva and Marco conversation the other day, or what. But yeah, it's about to get ready to come to the light. What else? Let's see. Felicia ends up telling Cody about the barbecue Mac having, and he was like, is Molly gonna be there? If so, he doesn't want to go because she's mad at him, but he don't know why. And I said, Christina finna get caught too. Then they supposed to be meeting up at the pool, because I didn't write this part down. They supposed to be meeting up at the pool or whatever. She seen Cody there with Ava. She over here putting ice on him. I said, girl, what you got going on? She putting ice on his chest and stuff. And Christina saw it, so she ended up telling Molly some lie or whatever. Time I said they need to go to the lake. And Molly just trusts her like it ain't nothing. And she's like, okay, or whatever. And that's when, they left. And Ava and Cody kissed again. I said, they going to end up sleeping together. Some type of way Molly's going to find out. Either Cody going to tell Molly the truth once he find out that she the one sit up here and told Molly that, or something. Hold on, y'all. Gio and Emma was just talking about their plans to break into the lab. Gio's still trying to do it or whatever. Emma still wants to do it now, but she's worried about him. She don't think he should, be involved. It's revealed that insurance won't cover any more Martin care. Excuse me. But yeah, Stella, I think Martin was the one told Stella that insurance won't cover any more of his care. And that's why I said it looked like she had Elizabeth sign them documents. And I was like, no. Portia already done did something stupid. Now you over here doing the same thing. But yeah, I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like. But yeah, Jordan says she's getting nowhere with Stilwell. She has nothing on him. She hasn't seen him do anything illegal and all this other stuff. Drew want whatever Stilwell has on Sonny. Brooklyn ends up talking to Sonny, saying it's her fault about the whole Rocco learning how it came about. Drew started threatening Stilwell, talking about something. What did he tell him? I just know he threatened him. What did he say to him? I forgot what he said, but I know he threatened him. And I said, I don't think you want to threaten him or you going to blow up next. I said, I don't think you want to threaten him or he going to blow you up next. I said, look, Stilwell, they think you something to play with, Stilwell. Everybody trying you. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Oh, I said I had a question. Did Jordan say that she thinks Stilwell running the illegal side of his business through his son? Is that what she said? I think that's what she said. But yeah, Christina said she's sorry she put Alexis in this situation and stuff like that. They would just talk about their whole plan. Then Molly showed up. Cody doesn't want to go to the barbecue if Molly gonna be there. They was talking about that. Anna thinks that Emma gonna make a move against Dawson tonight. She was talking to Felicia, y'all. Sonny ends up telling Brooklyn Rocco is okay. Christina says she thinks that Cody actually cares about Molly. Ava ends up trying to invite Rick to the pool or whatever. He declines. And then he just left the lady right there because Elizabeth was like, she got somebody else to testify on Willow's behalf. And I said, dude, at this point, break up. He was about to kiss her. I said, don't try to kiss her. Don't try to kiss her. You don't even want to kiss her. You ain't even look excited to see this lady. I said, Ava, tell him, get out your face. She done invited him to the pool. I said, Ava, it's over. It's over, Ava. It's over. And she know it, too. That's why she over here trying to put the moves on Cody. She texted Cody immediately after that whole little situation with Rick and seeing Rick with Elizabeth. She know it. And he over here playing in her face, talking about something. We haven't seen each other now. Like, why not? Because you in Elizabeth's face 24/7. You attached at the doggone hip. Did he leave her at the, when they was at the church or what? He ran over there with Willow and Elizabeth or whatever. Hold on. Well, what else we got? Let me see. Christina thinks Cody actually cares about Molly. Ava invites Rick to the pool. He declines. Laura ends up asking if Stilwell is suspicious if he could be onto her because, Jordan was saying he hasn't shared anything with her. I've been saying he been onto her from the jump. I think he using her, but I could be wrong. If he not onto her, he definitely gonna be. But she was saying something about she just need to prove herself, and she was kind of talking like she don't think that he's doing anything illegal. And I was like, girl, you about to be shocked. I mean, we don't really know what he's up to. We know he involved with Dawson, but that's about it. Hold on. But yeah, I was like, it's only a matter of time now. Ava ends up talking to Trina. She was like, you right, I do deserve better than Rick. And that's when Cody showed up. Drew want to figure out how he's going to get Willow custody of her kids. That's when he was talking to Martin. Alexis want them to spend more time with Scout, her, Christina, and Molly. So they was just hyping her up and talking to her about talking to Drew because she knew it was going to go sideways, and it did. Martin ends up telling Drew that Nina is paying Rick tab. I said, how he know that? If it's supposed to be on the hush-hush, how does he know? And then, wait, Willow still not getting her kids back considering what she did to Sasha and Daisy. Exactly, she not in a good place mentally. Willow still gonna be making dumb decisions that cost her visitation. Right, she need help. She need to go get help. Until she get help, she ain't gonna be able to see them kids. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see soon enough. What else? Let's see. Martin told Drew that Nina's paying Rick tab, and that's when I was saying, like, how did he know about that? Because she didn't want anybody to know. And she was like, no, Willow doesn't want anything to do with Nina. She don't want to do with you either. As of right now, she don't want anything to do with you either. That's what she said. We don't know yet. Because I don't think they actually showed, had they showed them together since the whole wedding didn't happen? I don't know. We'll see when she see him again. But yeah, he wants to pay Martin for Willow and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, just leave it alone. Just let it go. Trina ends up telling Emma that Josh texts her. She don't want her to work for Dawson or whatever, and she's still trying to work for him. She's still trying to take him down. She don't even know what's going on. I want to know if he actually testing on animals or is he doing something else. What y'all think? Let me know down below. What else? Let's see. Anna ends up talking to Laura about Charlie's father. Excuse me. Excuse me. Anna ends up telling Laura about the Charlie's fire, about how they don't have proof that it was Stilwell, but they did get what's that lady name? Selena Min about the water or something like that. Then she started asking about Marco. She said she ain't got proof of that. I said, see, they good for nothing. I said, see, they good for nothing. Hey, Amy, how you doing today? But yeah, what else? That lady Mabel. Where I know her from? Is that the same lady? I don't know. She look familiar. I don't know. But yeah, either way it goes, she came in. She know that Anna got a dog. She tried to hide the dog as soon as she came in. I think she said that's an HOA president or something like that. I thought HOA people was just for houses. I don't know. I thought they was just for houses, y'all. But yeah, what else? Emma ends up finding out that the lecture has been canceled, and she know that her grandmama did it, that Anna did it, or whatever. So she was like, they have to get into that lab now, or whatever. And I said, she gonna get caught. She definitely gonna get caught, and Josh ain't there to save her. So I wonder who's going to actually save her. What else? I already asked the question. I was like, did Stella just have Elizabeth sign documents for Martin? Rick ends up retaining Martin as his lawyer, and I was like, what's going on here? Excuse me. But yeah, Rick wants to retain Martin as his lawyer. Abe over here trying to put the moves on Cody, or at least the ice. She over here, first she rubbing on herself and stuff, then she start rubbing on him. I said, Ava, what's going on, girl? Let's see what else. It's something I wanted to talk to y'all about Brooklyn and Sonny. Something she said. I don't even think I wrote it down. But Brooklyn ends up telling Sonny about the vote they had about, turning him over to the police or turning over the documents to the police and stuff like that. He was like, he understand. He glad that things are good. And, what did she say? I don't know, she said it or he said it, but one of them said something about they basically don't want to ruin the bond that they have. And I said, or nothing would come in between them. Something she said. One of them said it. And I was like, oh my goodness. Are they foreshadowing something's going to happen in regards to Gio? Because that's about the only thing I can see happening to come in between these two. Excuse me. Hold on, let me scroll down. It says, what would be a good twist is if Drew obsession with Willow goes wrong. Since Drew knows Willow is a stalker, Drew gonna blame her and Willow injures him. Yeah, that would be. Do y'all think they're gonna actually do something interesting in regards to Willow? Not Willow. Well, yeah, Willow and Drew. What else? I hate for Willow not to get her kids back, but after what she did to Sasha and Daisy, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, at least it's not for a while. Excuse me. I don't think it's gonna happen for a while, but I could be wrong. I think the truth about the whole judge being paid off and to get ready to come out, or at least they're gonna speculate that Sonny did it. He told me, so he wants Sonny to get on board. I said, that's the same thing he said. Ain't that the same thing Sonny said? He was like, he want him to, no, he said he wanted them to stay out his way or whatever, and he wanted him to drop the whole Measure C situation. That's what he said. I said, these people playing sucks. I said, he's supposed to want more than that. Hold up. Let me see. Lucy ends up telling Sewell about Sonny and that Maxie wanted to go to the police or whatever. And once again, y'all know I be paying attention to people's facial expressions. And Sewell made a face. So I don't know if he gonna meet up with Maxie or he gonna talk to Mac or what's gonna happen. But I feel like something's definitely gonna happen in regards to that. Laura ends up telling Anna that she has to get rid of the dog because of what Mabel said. Rick ready to cut ties with Abel. He ends up hiring Martin. And he was like, she can't know anything about it until, it's at the very end. And I was like, I said, see? See, Alexis should have never got involved with this. Should have let her daughter either go to jail or go to the crazy place. I don't know. She should have just stayed out of it. Wait. I already said Cody and Ava kissed. And I think the last thing, I already said Alexis wanted to take Scout to New York. I don't think I said that. I said it at the beginning. Alexis wanted to take Scout to New York, but he told my son, that would have been great, but she already has plans on taking her to DC to look at houses for when they move. And I said, this man, he about as crazy and delusional as Willow. I said, he about as crazy as Willow over here. I said, both of them just in La La Land. Or she look like she coming out of it. She look like she coming out of it. That don't mean she actually coming out of it though. But yeah, I think that was the last thing, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.